As they say, when you play with pigs, then you must be ready to get muddy. There is a Kenyan member of parliament from Kasarani has finally been exposed for having an affair with a certain Tanzanian socialite, of which having an affair isn't bad at all. But what makes it bad and uncouth for a whole honorable member of parliament is what has been exposed. I am not here to lead in advocacy for polygamy, but it's like our Muslim brothers and sisters were quite very much ahead of time, and that is why they saw it fit to legalize polygamy. I am not here to justify cheating, but even according to the biblical scriptures, it is well contemplated that man shall not live by bread alone. If Abraham, a whole prophet of God, tried it, but it became next to impossible for him, then I kid you not, who are we to whom we are just descendants of his? And of course, I know pretty well that many may differ with my sentiments, but differing with my opinion does not in any way change the facticity of it. This is a honorable member to whom is married to one of the Kenya Airways pilots. And of course, if you're just to be logic enough, do you honestly think that if you're to put yourself into the wife's shoes, what comes first? Is it her career or the family? And of course, your guess is as good as mine, simply because her career shall always come first, and she's destined to travel wherever she is given assignment as far as she is paid. And so when she flies outside the world, do you think there are chances that the husband is likely to sit pretty waiting for her to jet back? Of course, no. And that is exactly where and how cheating chips in. Essentially, I know pretty well feminists are likely to come for their defense, stating that what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. But I would like to remind them that polygamy isn't a crime. Remember this, the particular honorable member of parliament married a career woman to whom, as I've stated earlier, her career shall always be of greater priority compared to her family. And that is why whenever she flies out, leaving the hubby behind, then that automatically leaves the man very vulnerable. And not only shall the man be left vulnerable, but also the kids. That is why there is a very high rise in cases of cheating. But bottom line still remains that as long as both of them are adults and did what they did consciously, the only detriment that is likely to come, it is not only to his wife, but rather to even the electorates who did vote him in parliament. Because I've seen quite a number of comments, people lamenting that that could be the reason as to why the guy decided that he is not going to do anything in relation to development in his constituency. But for me, that isn't a reason as to why he shouldn't bring development to his constituency, because the difference or the dichotomy that exists between his constituency and what he's been doing before the expose, I kid you not, it is like day and night. And this should be condemned with the strongest terms possible, simply because this is not what should be tolerated as far as public service is concerned. But anyway, who am I to judge? And as I come to the penultimate part of this episode, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well. Just feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed, you can as well just consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you, and may God bless you.